Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. It is an interesting Wednesday night here today, and it is another great round of HoNTourSEA. In fact, it's round number 14 between impunity.storm as well as step.gods. Both of these teams are in a pretty weird situation. Now, step.gods doesn't need this win because they are nowhere near accomplishing anything. But of course, winning this game would make sure that they at least have a little bit more extra money going into the finals, maybe going even into the end of this entire HoNTour. Do note that HoNTour actually is now to its really end tailgate here. It's about to expire really. And impunity.storm on the flip side, they need this 3-point win, so I would definitely expect impunity.storm's desire to burn through. Joining tonight is going to be Babael, that's me, and joining me is going to be Lark.
What's up, guys? Yeah, I mean, impunity.storm, they need to make sure that they win every single game that they can. They can't afford to make any mistakes if they want to make it towards the the major leagues. And I think tomorrow especially is going to be a very interesting match to cover, because that will decide whether or not impunity.storm will actually be able to reach that spot to take part in the major league. So they have to make sure that they pull out all the stops in this game as well as tomorrow's
However,
games.
The main thing is that today, if they don't win tomorrow, it doesn't matter if they play or not, they will already be out. So they need to make sure they at least win today's game. With a 1 point, you can definitely tell that with a draw, things are going to be a little bit different, because with a draw, I do believe impunity.storm standing right now is not looking to be very good. Let me just check out that one for you in just a moment. But before we go into that point here, the game already began. So the ban here is going to be the Fate Engineer, Serif, and the Keeper of the Forest. So no Keeper for this game. And Legion team is going to have to opt for a interesting bubbles. But just like we saw in the screen earlier today, they may actually change the strategy a bit.
Yeah, I just actually got to see the scrim very the tail end of that, and I think they were swapping a couple of roles on a lot of the players coming out from impunity.storm. I'm not sure if they're gonna do this game as well. I would actually want them to play their conventional roles first, because I think it's a little bit too late in this competition to actually do it. I don't think they've had much practice with it. Maybe not. We're just gonna have to wait and see. But hopefully they're gonna be able to pull out all the stops that they need to in order to win this game. Bubbles Parasite coming out from Hellborn team is a pretty strong combination over there. You have very early game aggression, because both heroes, Parasite is able to gank anytime he gets a good creep. If he's able to pick off at least 2 kills in the start of the game, it will snowball his advantage. And Bubbles, of course, once he gets that very early level 6, he can start roaming around and setting up for kills. But on Legion's side, at least, they do have the dual supports already. It's going to be that Massive Arms and Glacius. I think Bastom most probably going to be playing that Glacius. They even have that offlane Lodestone, which is another good hero, but it's going to be kind of countered by that Rally over there.
Yep, it is, and that's it. Stuff now not looking so good for Team impunity.storm already, but Rally is going to provide extra pressure into this game. Parasite, like I mentioned before, in numerous casts already, you need to make sure that there is a gank coming from Parasite. If not, it's going to be really bad, not providing the extra advantage into the early and mid stages of the game. That's it, Legion side. Pre-rebel stunners, I would say Glacius, Lodestone, and seeing this Lodestone pick up, I'm thinking that it could be the lineup that we see from the afternoon one, where Lodestone's going to be on Emperor, and Emperor's going to the suicide lane.
Yeah, it could be. It could be a possibility. I'm very interested to see whether or not they're gonna try to run that up, because I think this match itself is so important for impunity.storm that I don't know if they can afford to, make that risk yet. It's not to say that they haven't trained enough. It's just that I don't know. I mean, just from looking at the scrims, of course, scrims is just scrims, but still, you can kind of gauge how a team is doing, and it didn't go as well over there with I think it was Bastom that was playing the initiator role, so it's gonna be very interesting. Bastom, of course, who was the jungle before, it's a huge transition if you ask me, in my opinion, because like jungler, you're always, or jungler or secondary support, you're always trying to care about your positioning and think about things like what items should I get to support the team, when should I go in, when should I stack, when should I help for a gank. As for initiator, you just need to focus mainly on whether or not it's the right timing to jump in, and I think Emperor does that relatively well. It's just that he's a little bit too over aggressive, and it might cost the team a lot in that kind of sense, but we're gonna have to see how it's gonna go in this one.
Yep, it's gonna be the case. That's it. This game now well underway. But before we go on here, just to prove things wrong a little bit here, as RIQ versus S2Y, they are actually drawn up nicely. So that means 1 point each. And right now, today's standing, it seems like Team RIQ is already about a pretty good standing, 22 points, and that's position number 5. Plus 1 points, 23 already. So the answer is if there is a draw today, if impunity.storm drops even as much as a game today, they're out.
Yeah, they can't afford to lose anything. Like you nicely mentioned, like I nicely said as well, impunity.storm, everything is on the line for this game forward until like the game tomorrow against REQ, which by the way I think does kind of clash with DreamHack Winter. I'm not too sure. We're gonna have to wait and see about that one though.
Yep, I don't think it does, but if it does, we still have to cover Impunity Storm because that's going to be the round 15 of HoNTourSEA Asia, and of course, a nice little closure to the things we started here. So that said, the heroes that are banned away in the second banning phase is going to be the Moon Queen, Pestilence, Corrupted Disciple, Scout, Pyromancer, and Revenor as well. Now, Revenor is just very much, and Pestilence very much pointed at Emperor there from Team Legion side. It seems like Nova's going to ban on most of his carry, including Moon Queen, and that means they're not going to play the Moon Queen in this game, but going for the Dampier route, and it's been really long since we saw Nox play Dampier. In fact, never really seen it in the Southeast Asian region just yet. Want to see how that's going to really work out. It could be a secret weapon going to this late stages of this HoNTour Cycle 4.
Yeah, it could, and I mean, I always like seeing Nox carry with that, you know, Dampier. It's like one of his most signature heroes, especially in the international HoN scene. I think him and Hacksword were the ones that really love to run the Dampier strategy, and it does work to effectiveness because of that early aggression that comes out from Dampier. And you know, Nox when he carries, he finds space to farm really quickly and is able to actually help and help with the team whenever they're gonna go for early ganks. And with this certain lineup with Glacius and Master of Arms already, it's gonna be very good in terms of helping out to set up that early aggression, and to actually even go for an Amphora. Interesting. So this could actually be a mid lane. Okay, it's gonna be a mid lane Lodestone, and I don't know about this lineup. Like try supports with not that much of a hard carry Dampier on top of Lodestone. It could be very risky, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know too, and that being said, still, it is pretty questionable for sure. And on the flip side, on the Hellbourne side, we still have the Parasite that already picked up Torture, Bubbles, Rally, and even Torture the last to join the lineup there. I would say that that's a pretty good deal amount of early game aggression, and that's going to be able to nicely just buy down Team Legion if they are not consistent with the pressure there. Like we saw before in yesterday's game and even in today's afternoon screams, they had the early game, but they just can't keep up with the aggression. And it's going to be a bushwhack, some bushwhacking action going to happen today.
Yeah, Bushwick is a very strong hero, and I think that the current lineup coming from Hellbourne team is going to address a lot of issues, like Parasite, that being that early aggressive factor, and especially if he picks up on early snowball farm, he's going to be able to do a lot of work. Bubbles, if he gets that snowball level advantage, he's going to get to level 6 really quickly. He can set up for a lot of ganks with the kelp field. Rally, of course, in the middle lane. If he's able to snowball as well with the Torture supporting him, he could be very dangerous. And of course Bushwhack, we all know that Bushwhack just farms freaking fast if he gets the space to farm up something like a Steam Boots into an Energizer and even that Whispering Helmet. Legion team needs to be very aware about this because they're gonna work against the clock right now because they're running with 3 support. So it's very risky, but at the same time it could actually work out if played properly.
Yep, it could, and that's it. Good news is opportunity right now to just introduce both teams as well as players. On the Legion side, it's going to be Impunity Storm from Thailand. Nova, they're going to be the captain and drafter. He's going to be the Glacius this game. Best Tom going to be on the MOA. We also got Nox playing the Dampier role, and that's going to be really good to see. Emperor going to be playing as the, well, Lodestone, and that's just like what we expected. He's going to the Suicide. VN Sensation going as a secondary support. That would be an Amphora, so things are a little bit different in this game here, for sure. In fact, he is a third support, not a secondary one. Best Tom there is the MOA. That's on the help on side. On the help on side, CLN there, going to be representing step.gods, and he will be the Bushwhack. Moontier there is going to be your Torturer. We also got Coriander, a good friend Coriander, going to be the rally this game, and it seems like King Oi, however you pronounce that, King Oi, whatever it is. King there, going to be a good friend Bubbles. Last but not least, we got Overtire, and that would be the Parasite.
Yeah, the reason I went O is because I think, yeah, so they're gonna go for their scrims kind of lineup. It's gonna be that mid lane Master of Arms, which we do see Slicks play from time to time on TMSR. So I'm not too, surprised about that, because I actually thought that he was still going to be played that secondary support. So yeah, it's a good thing you raised about VN Sensation being in that secondary support role. So a secondary support Nymphora, it could be kind of effective because he's going to get levels a lot more faster as compared to Master of Arms if he's able to do a lot of stacks. But it is kind of difficult to do it with an Nymphora because you only have that Nymphora Zeal. He can up for more points in Volatile Pod, but I think he wants to go for more of the supportish route with the Grace of the Nymph, because that will help out Dampier a lot in his mana issues at the early start of the game. And yeah, so it's gonna be Emperor off lane at this top side, so that's gonna be cool to see.
That is, and bottom lane, it's going to be a torture there with the chain reaction landing on Dampier. Dampier a little bit of trouble there, but he should be okay. And here comes the Parasite as well, so a little bit extra aggression coming from the Hellbourne side at the bottom lane here. Dampier is in a little bit of a tight spot, but I do believe that he should be able to get good farm with a support from the Nymphora. That's a Parasite, it's going to be in the Legion jungle. That's going to be a lot of extra aggression from Team Hellbourne side.
Yeah, this pseudo tri-lane is gonna do wonders for his team. Glacius is probably gonna die right now.
Yep, Glacius a little bit of trouble there. Chain reaction not in time. Minotaur stun not also, but here comes Parasite. He doesn't have the stun on the Minotaur to work with, but he does have Leech there. No, actually no, level 1, no Leech. He only has got Infest, so that means he can only try and play catch up. With the Red Boots, definitely he would be in range, but Nova should be fine because there is a lack of increased aggression coming from his Parasite in terms of the stun there. He is going into the Cam Champion. Cam actually will get frozen, and is not looking good at all. There is really nothing to really do, but now he's already level 2, so maybe Lich could be used. But right now, Torture already left this area to just go back to the bottom lane here to increase the pressure onto Nox. Nox plays the Dampier is just all the way down to about 25% health.
Yeah, that was actually a really good rotation coming from Nymphora from the bottom to, well, not really Nymphora, but Glacius from the mid to go bottom, because he knew that there was nobody to support this Bubbles mid, so why not just have your mid player you know, just solo, he should be fine. And well, top lane, okay, I thought something was going on. But yeah, bottom lane, it's gonna be that straight up tri-lane aggression against a pseudo tri. This is kind of dangerous for Basilium in the middle lane because Parasite, you see again, he's gonna infest his creep and he could potentially set up for a kill mid. Bubbles is not level 3 yet, but I think he's probably gonna rotate bot and try to pick up a kill here.
Yeah, but that's gonna be the case. That's a bottom lane. Maybe a kill's gonna happen quickly. There goes the Vampire Flight onto Bushwhack. Bushwhack, a lot of trouble so far. Nymphora stun just nicely take it up there, but Bushwhack should be able to run away. He pops the health potion and a clutch moment there. He is gonna be fine. That's a Torturer. It's just in a little bit of a predicament himself. He does have the Impalement already being used there. Slow from Bushwhack already hitting onto Nymphora. Got hit by the bong. A little bit confused, but here comes the big lyric stumper behind. And there's a Leech on his Parasite, but Parasite now doing a lot of work there. It's gonna get stunned instead. And it may actually be a lot of trouble. There goes Dampier being able to pick up the kill. Bloodlust already being called out here, and that's going to Nox again. Nox is just going to do very well into the early stages of this game.
Yeah, I actually thought that they should have picked up the kill on Bushwhack. They thought they had the last hit on him, but that, you know, the health potion, which was kind of used in the you know, in the fog over there, I don't think that was spotted out by Legion team, so that's why he was able to survive. They thought they had the kill. Unfortunately, they didn't get it, but at least they do pick up the return kill onto Parasite, who actually did try to set up for a gank, so that's really good for them, because that slows down the Parasite again even much more. Because he didn't have that great of a start. He's still only a level 2. He's now only sitting at 128 gold per minute. He actually DCs right there. I think he's just having a little bit of lag issues. But yeah, because he was like, I don't know, he didn't even use the leech when he got out of the creep. And Nymphora was able to regen a lot of HP because of that, and plus the fact that Nymphora had the Zero stun and really connected nicely. The second wave from the stun didn't hit though, but it was more than enough for Nox to get up that last auto attack to pick up the kill.
It is, it's more than enough, and that's all we want to see, man. Nox picking up kills all day long, just bashing them into the skull. Good to see Nox in this game playing as the Dampier is going to have a little bit extra help going into the early stages, and Dampier, after all, may not be a very late game counter carry, but he is very useful in the early to mid stages, and this is what is bothering me really, because Dampier, yeah, we all know that he works very well in the mid stages of this game, but impunity.storm strategy doesn't really work well in the mid stages.
Yeah, like, okay, the thing is, like, for impunity.storm, to actually make it work, they need to make sure that Dampier is gonna get a lot of early farm so that he can translate more towards that gankish role. I do believe I should see him picking up something like a Phase Boots. Not Phase, but Ghost Marchers. Definitely Nymphora and Glacius needs to pick up on a lot of levels, but as you see, if you see it right now, they're not actually getting much done. They're still level 1 as compared to the supports coming up from the Hellbourne team, and that's mainly because they have that, you know, that jungle over there. They're gonna have the Torture at the bottom, by the way. So this pseudo tri-lane, they didn't really pick up kills. In fact, they didn't pick up any kill at all, and it's not helping them as in this kind of situation. But the thing is, they're at least getting the levels, which is very, very important. And Legion team, they need those levels much more as compared to the Hellbourne team.
Yep, they do, and that's it. Loso in top lane level 4 already, up against level 4 rally. That's pretty good to see. Meanwhile, bottom lane there, it's actually a dual suicide coming from Team Hellbourne. Now, another Parasite's not in this area anymore. It seems like Torture level 3 as well as Bushwhack against level 4 Dampier with a level 1 Nova behind. Nova still sitting comfortably at infant stages. He is actually pretty happy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like Nova level 1, it's kind of questionable to see that coming out because he did kind of rotate to the bottom lane. I don't think he needs to necessarily stay here. Dampier should have no issues against farming against this Bushwhack. Bushwhack, of course, can lay a lot of harass against Dampier, but Dampier, he did go for that 1 point into Bloodthirst, so he's going to be able to pick up on a lot of regen himself, and Torture is just going to be constantly roaming to this bottom lane. So I don't know, as long as Legion team's able to pick up on kills against Torture, then I think that's going to be very effective for them. At least now there's the level 2 on both that Glacius and Nymphora, so that will help a lot for this team. Parasite again running this jungle, and he's level 4 by the way, so even though he had that kind of awkward start, he is slowly getting back into this game.
He is, and that's a Torture with the illusions. Gonna abuse them again, and just nicely spotting out most members from the Legion side. However, Parasite gonna jump into Kevin Soldier. Kevin Soldier not very tanky, so he needs to be very careful. MOE gonna land a stun quickly, and that's a haste MOE by the way. Chain reaction nicely landing on both of them, but it seems like Dampier's gonna jump in quickly, and Dampier looking for a kill today, but doesn't have the space to get it just yet. And in fact, it's just gonna drop all the way down to just 10%, 5% health, and in fact, is gonna die here. That's gonna be really misplay coming from Nox there. Glacier's gonna take the 4 as well. That's only level 2, and that being said, MOE best. I'm not able to do much of a thing there. Torture still stands at the end of that. It's a double tap for Overtire playing as the Parasite. Parasite, man, is the missing key in that engagement. He's just doing such a good work. 1:4 so far, and Legion team just got stomped.
Yeah, oh my god, that was really scary to see that. A lot of the members from the Hellburn team were red and low, but that was huge work coming from Bubbles because he rotated around. He knew that the aggression was going to be coming out from the Legion team. Nox unfortunately didn't have the mana to actually cast the Terrorize, I believe, and I think Chalice was on cooldown because he actually popped that earlier. I didn't get to see that, but yeah, Master of Arms was kind of awkward. Like, even if he used the stun on that creep, even though they killed the creep, Parasite by all means could easily just jump out, and that creep is pretty tanky at the early start, and with a level 2 Glacius and Nymphora, you're not gonna do the most of burst damage. They're not like the highest heavy hitting heroes in that sense.
Top lane, gang happening there. Rocket is gonna be a quick Glacier Storm as well. That's gonna provide him a little bit extra tank, but Bubbles gonna overextend, and Bubbles is actually going to be fine. And that's it. Lodestone also gonna be safe there. A little bit of a clutch engagement coming for Emperor. At least the Shadow Storm was the key that kept him alive.
Yeah, Shadowstorm was the major factor that saved him because you gain a lot of extra armor when you start proccing that up. So it's really good. I mean, I think it's like 20% damage reduction for every second for those 5 seconds. So it's really good for them. Bottom lane though, here we go.
Yep, here comes the gang on to the Bushwhack. Bushwhack a lot of trouble so far. Dampier jumping in looking for a kill today. Dampier looking to pick up Bushwhack. Bushwhack still jumping about the bush and dancing about there and his favorite home ground there, but I do believe he's gonna get whacked at the very end. There he goes. He got eaten alive really badly.
Yeah, I mean, he just wanted to wait for that consume so he could get the full max 3 charges, and now that just means anytime Bushwhack comes back to this bottom lane, he's gonna be bursted down by a solo Dampier. Like, Dampier, the thing is, he actually went for that Bloodthirst, so maybe not as much damage from that Vampiric Flight, but still Terrorize will help to do a lot of that early aggression damage. Plus the fact that Consume now is gonna do a lot more as well.
Yep, that's the case, and looking at that, 2:4 so far, Hellbound team in a pretty good spot. 1k goal lead already sizing up for them. Legion side, not so good at all. At least they've got levels, that's nicely pointed by you, Lark. The minimum there is that the Tricore has got pretty good levels. Only Glacius as well as Nymphora is at very infant type of levels so far. We are wanting to see Nymphora at least at level 6 for the quick teleport skills, but hold that top because top lane gang's gonna happen. Compel being used as Seismic Slam to the face. Emperor is gonna have to take the fall for that one. That's a Moon tier. We'll be able to pick up the kill quickly. 7 minutes in already, 2:5. Hellbound team still having the lead.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate that Lodestone had to die at the top lane. A lot of heroes were actually used for that kill onto Emperor at the top lane. Oh my god, Glacius actually might miss the stack. Is it? Yeah, okay, he gets it.
Wow.
Oh, so close. Really good there by him. Yeah, bottom lane Dampier actually not opting for that early Ghost Marches. I actually prefer Ghost Marches because it's gonna offer him the ability to, get into team fights much more quicker, and the ability to just have that mobility in the game is just a lot better for him, I feel. Even though there's that lockdown coming from this Hellburn team. Oh, he needs to be careful right here.
He is coming in, no Seismic Slam, but Compel's gonna be used quickly, and is it gonna be enough? I don't think so. No support, it will not be a kill. 2:5 so far, like I mentioned before, and Nox, man, is below 50% health, but looking to be really close so far.
And the thing is, level 6 Bushwhack, he is sitting at 243 gold per minute, so he was controlled relatively well. Dampier is getting the highest farm in the game right now, it's 355. Oh, look at Parasite.
Parasite's gonna be a little bit of a clutch moment there, Overcharge is gonna be as well. Parasite still has an infest. I do believe that he has the bleed used it with just about 5 seconds there, and he is actually going to use the leech to just walk away quickly, and that would actually slow the opponent's movement speed and buff him a little bit, so that's going to be pretty good for him. We also got Bubbles in the mid lane. Bubbles already level 8, and we completely left out Bubbles in this game. Bubbles needs extra mobility. I will not want to see a Codex on this Bubbles.
Yeah, I mean, Codex on the Bubbles is just the worst kind of item, in my opinion. He definitely needs that portal key on top of like even something like I think a push book is actually really, really good here as well, to kind of counter that lodestone. There is other options as well for the Closure Sheepstick. It's just gonna come down to whether or not he can pick up that early game farm. He is doing kind of okay. He's about 300 gold per minute over here in the middle lane. He's even level 8 already, so so far so good. I would like to see him actually set up for more ganks though.
Yep, we would definitely want to see that kind of action happening quickly, but 2:5, still 9 minutes, 10 minutes could be up real soon. And Legion side now, all 5 members just dancing about a little bit too much. Dampier now going to try and push the bottom lane by himself, would definitely be able to get this one. Don't see any other contest, but nope, actually Legion's gonna be able to just share the goal there. It's pretty good to see that. Chain reaction going on schedule. Nova a little bit of trouble. Raidmaster Skull gonna be called out here, but all 4 members from the HoN team gonna be in this vicinity. Acid Bomb doing a lot of work there, and Dampier gonna be able to just go in and pick up the kill. Best Tom will be the one that have the goal though. And that being said, that would be Moontier just going down there. We all took a Parasite that took a little bit of an interesting route. Bubbles actually took a different and big roundabout just to make sure that he's gonna be fine. And that's a Lowstone at the top lane till level 7, and I mean, it's pretty good so far. The goal lead is slowly diminishing in favor of Team Legion, but they definitely need a little bit more extra level on the Glacius as well as the Nymphora.
Yeah, actually, I'm kind of questioning the targeting coming from Dampier over there. You could have actually killed that Parasite potentially, because that, who was it that died in the bomb? The Torture was probably really gonna die because of the acid bomb. Here we go though.
Yup, Parasite's gonna stay high here, and Rally's gonna be in this vicinity. The Compel is gonna be enough to pick up the kill. Coriander there doing a lot of extra work. Bubbles comes in with the silence, but that's a Dampier in this vicinity, and that's one Vampire you don't want to piss off. And that being said, he is just looking for extra kill. Already used the ulti there onto the Bubble, so at least the kill there is gonna be materialized. But King Oi, or rather Coriander is going to be fine. King Oi, the one that went down there.
I'm surprised that they didn't like Dampier didn't actually try to chase him down. A couple more auto attacks he would have died, but I guess he didn't want to risk it. I mean, he does have the Steam boots as compared to Rally's little red boots over there. Like Rally's only 355, and Dampier is at about I think 365. Yeah, so I don't know. Either ways, at least not Dampier. Sorry, Rally does survive. Dampier is getting a lot more farm. It's a good thing they kind of stopped the aggression coming up from Hellbrand team a little bit. He's gonna get some mana regen again, and this is the power of Nymphora. Lightbrand already finished, so Dampier is looking for a quick road to that Glimmer of Power, and it's gonna be so scary for a Hellbrand team.
Yep, it is going to be so scary. That's a Legion team now going to have a little bit extra aggression onto the Rally. The Rally, a little bit of trouble there, but Emperor doesn't have the ability to jump past the cliff without the target in the vision there. Meanwhile, Hishun's going on to Rally. Rally will have the ability to run very fast, and that's one fast Rally looking for the kill on Nova. Nova in a lot of trouble actually. If the Compel lands with a Seismic Slam, it would be it for him, and he's just gonna hide behind there, looking for extra space. And here comes Nymphora. He shouldn't be here, and the Seismic Slam going on schedule. Raidmaster's Call gonna be the thing that will be able to save him a little bit. And here comes the Ice Imprisonment. It's gonna be really good. A turnaround. It seems like the charge shot's gonna be used as well, and it's a sleeve, and that's gonna be a kill on Rally. Good teamwork coming from Impunity.storm.
Very, very good teamwork. That was just well-trained stuns. Really, really good. Even though, that's the thing. Just because you have a haste rune, don't neglect the fact that Legion team has like a shitload of stuns. And Nymphora's stun is that, you know, it's kind of like a double stun over there, so you gotta be a lot more careful as to your placements. And even though he had the haste rune, that was just good lockdown. Glacius, of course, with the freeze as well, did a lot of work. Bastomp as the mid player. Oh no, Bubbles is gonna see the stack right now.
Yeah, Bubble's gonna say hi to the stack here. That's gonna be a lot of extra gold that he wants to store nicely in his bank, but he doesn't have the extra support from the rest of his team. He's gonna call for that soon. I do believe Shell Surf is gonna be used as well to just spot out if there is anyone trying to attempt this stack here. And that's it. Torture actually being a very good crowd control kind of a hero. He will be able to just help Bubbles with the stacked Ancient should he want to do that, but he is only a level 6, and with 1 raid boots and limited amount of mana, he doesn't want to go there because don't forget there is a Legion one in his vicinity, so they will know if there is an attempt on their own stacks.
Yep, and I think Bushwhack could actually go bottom and pick up on a lot of farm here because this lane is pretty much pushed all the way to the tier 2. Top lane, there is still that aggression coming up from Lodestone. Would actually like to see Rally rotate back to the top lane, but doesn't really matter as much. I mean, Bushwhack has his Steam Boots and Energizer as well as Mystic Vestments now. He's just gonna lay some harass to Lodestone. Not like you can kill it. There is a Bubbles and Centaur in the vicinity though.
There he is. Calphil is gonna be used quickly, and it seems like Rocket just going on and schedule as well, but the middle stun is just so hard to prove to just disprove there, and it seems like Emperor's gonna have to go down for that one. And we saw it all across the map here because we have God Vision, but he doesn't have a ward, so it is pretty sad to see that he doesn't know that there would be a gank going his way.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised at the lack of ward vision for him because he's kind of playing in that offlane. You need to make sure you secure your offlane a lot of times because you don't want your offlane player to be dying too much to the Hellburn team, especially to the carry, who's gonna pick up tower by the way. Oh, Alka's fortification, but is MOE gonna be in time? Nope. MOE could actually potentially die because Parasite's in Invis right now.
Yep, he can, but waiting for extra support from background here. There is going to be a torture in his vicinity. Moontear there is, will land a chain reaction quickly. Leech going to be used, and it seems like MOE a little bit of trouble there. He does have the engines, but not popping is just there, and it seems like he is definitely going down there. Face are going to be used to be the only thing that is damaging enough to just pick off that last hit there. It's nice to see there as well, and on the Hellborn side, Bubbles already level 10 by the way.
Yeah, I mean, just good roam coming up from Hellburn team already there. Codex is, by the way, going to probably be finished on Parasite already. He can actually just go to base and get that, and probably even an extra TP scroll if he wants. But yeah, just good rotation by them. Master of Arms couldn't use the Energizer because it was on cooldown. He could have used his power supply, but I think it was on cooldown as well while it was building up the charges. Even his Master Skulls was on cooldown, but either ways it could have been stolen from that base.
Looks for the kill on Rally, but it's just at best a harassment and will not be able to pick up a kill there. Help on side, there is also a Bushwhack in the vicinity. Bushwhack actually going to try and clear the stacks by himself.
Yeah, Bushwhack should be able to clear the stack by himself. I mean, look at Bushwhack's item. He has the Hungry Spirit. He's going to farm against his jungles, and I mean, just Bushwhack being Bushwhack, it's so easy to farm stacked creeps because of the fact that you can vision your life really, really quickly, plus the fact that you can kite the creeps, do a lot of deeps to it because of the jungle toxin, and you can always destroy it really, really quickly with Crippling Dart. Like, Crippling Dart is such a good skill on Bushwhack. It does a shit ton of damage, don't get me wrong.
It does, and it also slows the target for him to just
oh god!
But here comes the pot in from Team Legend. It's just a nightmare for them. The Seismic Slam gonna be the one that will just end their life there. It is such a mistake for Team Legend to just jump in blindly.
Super questionable in my opinion though. They didn't have any wards in that area, forcing that kind of port. Oh, I don't know what VN Sensation was thinking, or even Nox for that matter. Here comes Bastomp though.
Yeah, Bastomp now trying to make something happen at the mid lane, and Bubbles a little bit of trouble it seems like, but he should be okay because there is not enough damage on both of this here to pick off the Bubbles. Bubbles proving to be very tanky at this kind of stage here. He may not have the most health points, but he still has got to take cover, and 1 point to it is better than not having anything at all.
Yeah, Bubbles again, just good decisions by him. I think he's gonna reach his portal keys very, very soon. I think only about like 800 more gold before he gets that. Rally already has his Helm of the Black Legion, so he's just gonna transition to that portal key, which he should have up in the next couple of minutes. He's already at 1.5k gold. He can actually purchase that before getting the Steam Boots, which I think is still kind of okay since he does have that bottle to work with. He will eventually get his Steam Boots after that portal key. He just needs to, you know, have a little bit more aggression with this rest of his teammates, so having that extra jump potential is good. But bottom lane though,
bottom lane gang happening quickly, Rally going in, but it's only the illusion. The real deal still is hiding behind a booster, and in fact, Dampier now only with a portal key and a life pad is pretty quick already, but he definitely needs a little bit more extra item, and that's going to be 400 GPM on the Dampier. 3k goalie for Team Hellborn. Hellborn seems to have a little bit extra good time so far, and on the Legion side, they need to just nicely size up that. I have not seen the effectiveness of the MOA and the mid lane yet, and it seems like he is going for a little bit of the farming route. He does have the Energizer, looking for a Shrunkadet maybe.
Yep, Bushwhack, man, like, just really, really good work by him. Definitely will see that.
Bubbles comes in to pick up the kill on Glacius. Raidmaster's Call going to be used as well. Silence though is
yeah, it's just good. I mean, just good communication from the team.
Yeah, that being said, Nova's Water of Wrath is going to get the water instead.
Yeah, that's kind of funny to see at the bottom lane, like Lowstone jumping in and suddenly Rally jumping out. It's kind of interesting to see that. But yeah, so far so good for our Hellburn team. They are sitting nicely with a good lead there. I think that Shrunken is going to be the very, very first item pickup for our Master of Arms. I would like to see something like even a... okay, like against this Hellburn team, it's kind of interesting to see. There are a couple of items you can go for. You can even go for that Geometer's Bane and be more of like that semi-carry for his team. Unless he wants to be a little more utility-based.
Oh, Dampier shouldn't jump in here because there's an invisible Parasite in this area, and it seems like Parasite is going to be able to silence Nymphara. Nymphara now trouble. Nymphara going to take the fall first, but here comes the extra backup in the form of a Torture. Nox is going to be okay, and it's interesting seeing that they actually decide to pick out that hero with a little bit of vulnerability there, and that's gonna be an M4. I thought they might want to kill Dampier instead.
Yeah, I thought they would have as well, but I think, you know, Nymphour is just a safe, secure kill. They might have not been able to pick up the kill on Dampier had Nymphour been able to land a stun, so they just don't want to take the risk. I agree with 100% with their, you know, their call to actually just kill off that Nymphora, because either way, they forced Dampier out of the lane. Dampier actually forced to go for that portal key straight up instead of the Grimoire power, because he needs to be a lot more aggressive, and that's going to slow down the speed as to which he's going to get his Grimoire. He will still eventually get that very, very soon, but it's kind of hard for him to get. Oh, where's Port? Oh my god, middle lane.
Yeah, Pot's going to the mid lane though, and it seems like the kill on Bushra could be materialized here. Dampier's going to jump in quickly with the portal key. Nymphora go for a lot of stun, and it's going to be materialized. So CLN is going to have to take the fall. Dampier will be able to pick up that extra assist kill there, but Bastom being the only one that will enjoy the full goal there from that kill. It is questionable, because I thought Dampier definitely would want to enjoy the kill.
Yeah, Dampier, I mean, Dampier is just trying to help out his team as much as possible, because he needs to provide some farm at least to the other team members. Hellburn team right now are in the vicinity of this Legion jungle, and they're just trying to set up for a gang, looking for one as soon as possible. And I was actually wrong. Aurelie does go for that steam boots first, so I guess it's still okay because Bubbles has that portal key. Here we go though.
Yeah, Lightbrand actually being the only thing that will be able to pick out the Minotaur, despite the pot away by Dampier, and it seems like no kill actually gonna happen in this game just yet. 6 to 12, 3k gold lead for Team Hellborn. Parasite roaming about, that's what you love to see, but Parasite, man, he has only Codex, and Codex level 1 only.
Yeah, Codex level 1, it's still gonna do a lot of work, especially against Nymphora and Glacier, since they're not tanky at all. Glacier's just trying to get his steam boots as quickly as possible. Only has that bolstering armband and marchers, so not gonna have that soon. Portal key is finally finished on Lodestone, by the way, but he's still not as tanky. But of course, it's always good to have that initiation coming out from this Legion team to help out with Dampier, especially once he jumps in. Dampier is going to be able to pick up Grimoire very, very soon after this wave of creeps. Yeah, he's going to have enough gold for it. He can just, I think he should just straight up purchases right there in case he's going to die. As you can see, Bushwhack is going to go ahead and continue stacking and farming, and this is so good for Bushwhack because every time, oh, here comes another port.
Yeah, pot's gonna happen quickly by the mid lane though. It seems like the tower is not gonna get defended. Dampier is jumping behind enemy line, but is not gonna jump in just yet. Nymphora did send him all the way here, but it seems like they are a little tad too late. Will not be able to just gonna kill him. Bubbles, but Bubbles jumps first, and it seems like Parasite being able to just assist the kill there. Nobody actually gonna have to take the fall. Mio and Dampier behind, looking for the kill on Bubbles. Bubbles in a lot of trouble. Bubbles gonna have to take the fall now. Rally gonna be in his vicinity as well, and here comes the torture, but is the torture gonna be good enough? The questionable compel though, it is not gonna be really useful. That's it. The Rocket Joe is gonna be able to end the Coriander's life there. Emperor is gonna be the one to pick up the kill for that one. And on Hellborn side, it's nice to see at least Torture has got the right mentality to just back away.
Yep, good job by them. And questionable Lodestone ult. I think the portal queue was on cooldown. That's why he couldn't port in a little bit sooner. But they're gonna probably get this tier 1. No contest at all. I don't think Hellburn team is gonna probably defend this. They could force port, but it's kind of a waste. So as you can see right there, they're gonna just get a tier 1. Bushwhack again, just farming every lane on the map right now, and it's just excelling his farm that much more. He's at 400 gold per minute right now. He is slightly behind. Well, not really slightly, but like 80 GPM behind this behind Nox, but he will eventually reach that, you know, 500, 600 mark as soon as he's able to work with a lot of jungle stacks, keep farming up as much as possible, ancient camps as well. So yeah, it's gonna get to a point where they won't be able to slow down or stop this Bushwhack.
Yep, and Bushwhack is just nicely smoking his pipe and the bong. Along with that, it's gonna be really good for him. 3k gold lead already into his bank. That's 3.5k gold there, and do note that he also has got a pretty good amount of 420 GPM as compared to Dampier's 500 GPM. So Dampier have got a slight lead so far, but CLN, he has got what items he needs to make sure that you know, the next few team fights gonna be able to aspire towards Hellborn favor. The concern really, sorry.
The port bottom.
Nymphora pot again. Yeah, Nymphora actually gonna pop bottom straight up there, and it seems like the stun's gonna connect. Rally out trouble. Rally gonna take the fall for that one. Not pick up the kill. Gonna see at least at that mid lane somehow. Bastom is actually gonna feed to the Parasite. Parasite being able to pick up the kill there. Legendary streak already. We love this Parasite really because he has the ability to just go around and gank.
Yeah, he has level 2 codex, I do believe. I think he was in Wild Hunter. I wasn't really looking at that because I was looking at the bottom action over there. Just constant usage of this Nymphora port is what we like to see, but I don't know, like even though they're getting those pickoffs, they're losing members still on the other side of the map because of this Parasite. So, and the thing is, they still have, like Hellborn team, they have the late game advantage because of that Bushwhack. So it's, I definitely favor Hellborn a lot in this kind of situation. It's gonna, like, Legion team is definitely working against the clock, and it's not helping them at all, seeing as to how the pace of the game is.
Yep, it is not helping them at all, and that's it, man. I have to remind all of viewers today that if Imperial Storm drops as much as one game, they are going to be disqualified from the HoN Tour final qualifier. And that being said, it is not going to be good for them at all, and they are just so close to securing the spot, but they just need 4 wins. All 4 straight wins here today and tomorrow. That is cycle 4, round 14 and 15. That's going to be the only thing that will help them secure the spot there. That's it. RAQ may actually have that if today they lose this game.
Yeah, this is such an important game for Imperial Storm, and it just feels like they're... Like I said earlier, it's a little bit risky trying to put Bastomp over there in the mid roll. I think they still need a little bit more practice. Maybe I'm just insane, or I don't know. Maybe they have practice over the couple of durations, but I think it's only been what, a day since they've changed. Since because yesterday they were still running with that conventional lineup. Assassin Shroud and Dampier, I don't agree with it at all. I think there should still be that Shrunken Head. Yes, there's that Parasite, but still Shrunken Head is such a good item in Dampier. You've got mobility already with that Portal Key. Adding extra mobility on top of that is just not as good. Like, I always like to see like Shrunken Head on top of Portal Key, and then something to help out with those, you know, auto attacks. Maybe even like a, I don't know, maybe Dawnbringer is asking for too much because he already has the Glimmer of Power. Scotty as well is a little bit over zealous, but
top lane gang on Emperor is gonna happen on schedule here. Emperor a lot of trouble. Codex gonna be used, and it seems like Emperor gonna take the fall despite his 1.5k health there. So that's gonna be a loss. But here comes the Nymphora pot, and Emperor jumping in for the kill there onto Kangoi. Kangoi actually is gonna take cover quickly, and he may actually be fine, but Ice Imprisonment can lock him in place there. Dampier gonna be able to just pick up the kill quickly. I do believe Seismic Slam being used, but Seismic Slam not very effective and not able to pick up the kill on Dampier. And Rally now gonna be in his vicinity, but here comes Bushwhack, and Bushwhack is the granddaddy of them all, being able to pick up Nova as well, and looking at for extra kill. It seems like Nymphora gonna have to turn tail, run away. Dampier very low health, and Dampier in a lot of trouble there. It is gonna be clutch, but Nymphora not able to pot away. Nymphora will have to take the fall. Dampier is already at the mid lane farming again, and that is really regrettable to see. That say 10 is to 17 in terms of kill lead here, and help on team 2.4k gold lead ahead.
Yep, and it's just so unfortunate. Dampier can really help in the team fight. This is kind of the reason why I prefer Shrunken Head, so that you can stay in team fights and actually do auto attacks. Because you want, like your Dampier, you actually have really good, what do I call this? Really good life regen because of his, you know, passive ability. Just going things for like, you know, Geometer's Bane on top of Shrunken Head will help him stay in team fights that much more. And he needs to be the person that stays in the team fights entirely in this game. Whoa, did I just lag? Okay, never mind. Like in this game, because as long as they're trying to kill you, you're sapping your life back really, really quickly because of the way your spells work, especially on top of Consume and that Vampiric Flight, on top of your right-click auto attacks with things like, I don't know, Shrunken Head and Geometer's Bane. You're going to be able to stay in team fights for quite long, and Hellbrain team will be stressing a little bit too much and trying to kill you, that eventually that the rest of your supports will be able to help you out. Unless, of course, Hellbrain team is smart, which I think in this case they are. They're just gonna go for your supports, and it's not looking anywhere close for, or anywhere good for the supports coming from this Legion team, because they're so far behind. Like, yeah, sure, level 10, level 8 Glaciers, yeah, but what are you gonna do with that? You don't even have as much items.
Yeah, but that's gonna be the case that so far it seems like Legion team may actually be able to take a team fight should Emperor survive the previous fight there, and Shadowstorm was being channeled. It does provide extra magical and physical burst to the Legion roster so far. But that being said, now Hellbound team is just hiding behind trees there and jumping in quickly. It's gonna be the Bubbles. Bubbles comes in for display. Comeback gonna be a Seismic Slam as over. Red Master Call already up on Dampier. Dampier is gonna be okay. But on the flip side, Torture can take the fall. Codex gonna be on Nova. Nova for all guys. It's just gonna survive. And that being said, Legion team will steamroll over this one. It's a double tap for Nox. Nox looking so good right now. And on the flip side, there is still a Bubbles in his vicinity. Bubbles by himself might be able to pick up the kill on Glacius. He would just say hi right about now, and Glacius needs to be really careful. And this is not a good spot to be in, man. It really is not.
Oh my god. Glacius?
Yeah, both of them are just so close yet
Oh
so far.
shit!
MOE gonna walk straight up here. Is that gonna be a stun? No, both of them gonna pot away. Wow. Okay. That's really cute.
That, I don't know about that, but that's insane. Yeah, then Pierce gonna steal this Ancient Stanks, which is really good for him because it's gonna boost up his farm. You see already 3k gold. He's gonna get a Shrunken. He's gonna right click Shrunken Head after this. I do believe. Is it enough gold? No, probably not. Alright, probably it is. Yes, it should be. I think. No, no. Why? Why Nox? He's gonna go for Kenjuro. Why? Oh man.
Why? You're not the first guy to actually question Nox, man, just saying. But
Yeah.
yep, Janjuro is gonna be on the Dampier. Dampier is looking to just provide a little bit extra survivability with Janjuro. It is also gonna give him a little bit extra mobility, and the fact that he will have the ability to just go in and out of engagement really nicely. But the Janjuro doesn't give him extra damage to a certain extent. He should be looking at stuff that will provide a little bit more extra survivability, like maybe even the Shrunken Head.
Yeah, I don't know. I just would have preferred 100% that Shrunken Head straight up instead of Genjuro. I guess he feels like he's in a position that he wants to be, you know, a lot more aggressive with Genjuro. Which I think, I don't know. Like I guess it's still kind of okay, maybe. But I definitely hope his next item is gonna be that Shrunken Head. I don't think we should be seeing him picking up something like the Scotty or anything like that. But yeah.
Yep, and that being said, Team Legion now actually in a pretty good spot. 4k goal lead as compared to Hellborn. They are behind in terms of kills, but they have the extra goal potential because Nox is already about 621 GPM, whereas Bushwhack only about 460, and it's just as far as Bushwhack can go right now. That said though, look at that, Shieldbreaker already completed on the MOA. So MOA looking to just be the secondary carry in this kind of situation. Pretty good seed as well. And previously in this afternoon's cast, I did mention that best Tom playing is the meat. He definitely needs to make sure that he's got the extra presence in this game. And looking at that, man, he definitely is set to make a little bit of an extra statement with the Shieldbreaker at least.
Yeah, it's gonna do a lot of work, trust me. It's gonna burst down a lot of heroes, especially Torture. He's gonna die so fast as he steps in Goo and auto attacks from Master Weapons. That's a level 2 Shieldbreaker.
There we go, Dampier shrouded up already, going in for the extra engagement, but can Hellborn know this? I don't think so. It seems like Dampier's gonna go for the Crypts instead. And that's gonna be a lot of extra cops going to fill his stomach for the next field team fight. But that being said, Hellborn team is just nicely defending behind the tier 1. They are not looking to just go in yet.
Yeah, yeah, Master of Arms is gonna do a lot of work in this game. Currently with his current loadout, definitely think he still needs a Geometer's Bane. That could be his next item after finishing his, you know, Shieldbreaker. I think maybe even leaving Shieldbreaker at level 2 and then wait for straight up. I don't know. I guess maybe Shieldbreaker is still good. Here we go, top lane though.
Gonna just go Ori right now for Team Legion, and look at that, man. Bushwhack and his vicinity just spewing the darts from his bong. There really a lot of extra work done by Bushwhack in this game, but top lane tier 1 should actually go down. And there's a Relic behind here. Parasite also gonna be in his vicinity, and Hellborn actually is just gonna back away there.
Yeah, Hellborn's making a lot of questionable decisions, taking really, really bad team fights. We haven't talked about them much, focusing a bit too much on Imperial Star, I have to say. But yeah, I mean, they haven't been taking favorable team fights because they keep jumping heroes like Glacius in the hopes for, yeah, we're gonna pick up Glacius and win the game, but you can't really do that. You can always pick up Glacius a little bit after. You need to go for more of those heavy, hard-hitting heroes, things like Lodestone. You know, his ultimate's gonna do a lot of work. Nymphoria is actually pretty damn annoying, in my opinion, and Master of Arms needs to get shut down as well because he's doing a lot of right-click auto-attack damage because of that Shieldbreaker he purchased already. I think it's level 3 now. He has 1k gold in the bank and probably purchase that next before running out to, you know, go and push or gank or whatever ImpunityStorm wants to do now. They're actually in a good spot now because they've kind of gotten the lead from Hellburn team, and this is good for them. This is definitely good for them. There's a Skeleton King that's gonna try to stack this out for the Bushwhack with the Firebrand. I hope that's gonna be Jeremy's Vein, because Dawnbringer does not stack with your Whispering Helm unless he's planning to go for, you know, that what is it called? What's it called again? The Symbol of Rage. Top lane though, Bubbles and Nymphoria and Dampier, a really weird peculiar situation right now.
Yup, Bubbles again, so close to Nymphoria. Could I pick up the kill if he knows she's just behind the woods? But actually not even woods, behind the tree. But that being said, Nymphoria gonna be safe, and yep, Nymphoria now gonna nicely reveal himself, but there is a Parasite. Wall Hunter actually spotted out Nymphoria. Nymphoria a lot of trouble. Wall Hunter may actually pick up the kill here, but Dampier is also in his vicinity. They have a ward of Wrath there, so Nova, they're a little bit extra smart there. It seems like Dampier is gonna be able to just nicely pick up the kill there, and the Babael is gonna be free for grab, but he doesn't have the slot, and Nymphoria gonna have to come here to just pick up the Babael, but no, Bubbles gonna snatch that away first, but Bubbles, man, is just so close to death there, and Dampier gonna be shrouded quickly. Dampier jumping in quickly, and even Bubbles in trouble. Bubbles actually has got the extra backup coming in. That's just nicely sidestepping away the sidestepping step, but is it going to be enough? Bushwhack already going in with the extra bong effect there, and Bushwhack still going to be alive pretty much. Here comes the MOA with the Shieldbreaker, but there is still nothing really done yet. And that's on the flip side, Ice Imprisonment and reuse and Torture in a lot of trouble. Maybe the Rocket Drill going to be used today, and a hit smash first, but it seems like Torture is going up because he's asleep, just nicely connecting at the teep there. Great to see the kill there. Moon Tear definitely will go down today, and 16 is to 17 here. 8k goalie for Team Legion. I would say ImpunityStorm is in pretty good shape right now.
Yep, it's really good pickups, and I guess the extra mobility from Dampier is helping him a lot now in this. He did even have the truncated the previous team fight. That's why he went balls to the walls against Bubbles, and that's why I knew Bubbles was gonna die already. They're gonna get tier 2, really good for them. I think. Yeah, okay, no, I thought that was buybacks, but yeah. Hero's just coming back. Rally doesn't have his seismic slam for another 20 seconds, and Bushwhack has the Dream Eater's Bane already. So yeah, like Dream Eater's Bane in that previous team fight. I mean, Bushwhack was trying to do as much as possible, but of course, against the shortcut-headed Dampier, you can't really do as much. Although, a lot of the damage done from Bushwhack is mainly physical, especially the what's it called again? The crippling dart.
Yep, it's gonna be really good. That's it. Top lane though, we're looking at MOA. Illusion only, so nothing really harmful there. It's Illusion versus Illusion, but a real dude is also in his vicinity. Bushwhack there doing a little bit extra damage onto the Illusion, but nothing is too serious about that. That's it. That was Illusion cast, by the way, guys. Looking at Bastom at the mid lane, he does have the regeneration rune already. Bastom is just very much effective in this game as compared to the scrims in the afternoon.
Yeah, and the reason I went ooh is because Lodestone is really close to picking up that Culture Sheep Stick, and that's another good initiation item for him because as soon as he jumps in, hexes someone, rocket drills, and then pops up that Shatter Storm, someone's gonna get blown up to bits. And Parasite right now. His codex is level 3, but he doesn't have a portal key, so he can't get the positioning right. It's a little bit hard to pull off. He does have Bubbles at least to help him out, but I don't know. Like I feel like Bubbles is not making a little bit too much of hasty decisions in this game currently.
Yeah, Bubbles is not actually jumping in too much, and he actually has got a portal key already, like I mentioned before. I would like to see him have the Culture Shift Stick by the next team fight, but impunity.storm, man, they are again taking a little bit too long. You have got the basic items up already, and waiting for Emperor there on the Culture Shift Stick may not be the wisest of decision because that's gonna give Hellborn extra space to farm. And Hellborn, man, they are also looking at clutch item also. Bubbles looking for Culture Shift Stick, and I would say that Bubbles is slightly faster. Maybe not. Lodestone and Bubbles somewhat tighter, I would say.
Lodestone has it already.
Lodestone has it already?
Yeah, he has it. It's flying on the career.
Okay, so that's yep. So Lodestone has it already. So at least now Impunity Storm should push, and if they don't, it's gonna be really questionable.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, I saw Nox pick up a Ice Brand, so that's gonna be the Frostwolf Skull, which in this kind of situation I guess is okay. It's gonna really make sure that the Hellburn team cannot kite his auto attacks, which is pretty damn good. That Culture Sheep Stick is gonna be so nice for this Legion team. Already up on Lodestone. That's an illusion, by the way. Yeah, he actually uses it.
Oh my god!
What?
Boom! There goes the naked Lodestone right now, and in general. What the hell just happened there, man? He got completely cheated, and that's gonna buy Team Hellborn another 45 seconds, but not too long. At least pretty good, and they are gonna wait for that to be off cooldown, and Emperor's not gonna be too happy about that one at least.
I don't know about that, but I think maybe he just pressed it a little bit too prematurely, in my opinion. But yeah, it's a relatively fast cooldown, so it doesn't need to worry. Here comes the port though.
Yeah, port's gonna happen quickly, and it seems like Torture a little bit of trouble there, but it's gonna be a 3-man pot here. And Emperor jumping straight up there, picking up the kill quickly. Moontear actually gonna go down first, but Bushwhack gonna get Kudrash straight up there. Rocket Drill also gonna connect. Bushwhack actually in a lot of trouble, but here comes the Parasite looking for the kill there on Nymphora. Nymphora with the push book will be able to keep herself safe, and meanwhile Lodestone gets completely ditched by the rest of his team.
Yep, really good. Gets stitched, but he's fine. I mean, he's a Lodestone. He's fairly tanky. He has 4 Lodestone plates up already, and he actually doesn't have any tankish items. I would like to see something like a what's it called again? Barbed armor on himself, because that will help out a lot. Even in this kind of game, I would like to see him pick up a not a Frostwolf, sorry, a what's the item called again? The shit, I keep forgetting this name for this item. I rarely buy it. Frostfield Plate. Yeah, Frostfield Plate. It will be very good, especially slowing down the auto attacks coming from Bushwhack, and I definitely think that I don't know, like or unless Lodestone wants to go for that demonic breastplate, that's also fine by me, in my opinion, because they don't have one yet on this team.
Yep, that's gonna be the case. That's the 17 to 17 kills pretty much tied so far, but 12k goldie for Team Legion. They better not throw this away. That's it. Tier 2 now gonna be nicely harassed by Team Legion, but they are still not going in just yet. Lodestone already with the Shadow Storm off cooldown. It could be possible. There goes the Quadra Ship there on Rally. Rally or trouble. Rally shouldn't be here, and that's a huge misplay by step.gods. It seems like the tier 2 is gonna be addressed though, and it's gonna be at a pretty low cost for Team Legion. Only 25 seconds before the next, I would call it consume. Yeah, before the next consume happens. But that's it.
Was this Dampier already finishes his Frostwolf Skull, by the way, already, I think. Or he just purchased the pattern. I think I saw that. But they're gonna do Kong now, and here comes Hellburn team though.
Helpon team actually can just swing by, say hi. That's the illusion again. First push going in, and that's just a bit too abrupt. The second one is also a fake one. They should know about that as well. Babael's the real one in his vicinity looking for a snipe going in, but no! Wow! Actually not even snatch anything away. I do believe the statue was actually filled, and it seems like the shell surf was also not going to be able to save him. That's it though. It's a good attempt, it really is, but Helpon actually might as well concede right now.
Yeah, it was a good attempt, but that's gonna ultimately hurt his teammates now. Here comes the port again.
Somewhere away, the Legion team, all three members gonna be at the bottom lane here. Looking for the kill on Busha. Busha by himself does have the shotgun, but is it gonna be enough? There goes the lightning speed already on Dampier. Dampier looking for the kill here. Busha gonna try and pot away, but the cooldown already too effective. It seems like Busha in a lot of trouble. Bushwhack should have probably got him shotgun before he pot away, but no. He decided to many up there and just dying.
Yeah, that Hex man is doing a lot of work. So ever since Emperor's picked that up, it's helping his initiation prowess and super scary. And holy shit, I didn't really notice this, but look at that item pickup on Massive Arms, the Savage Mace.
Yep, already the Savage Mace on MOA there. That's gonna deal even extra damage, and MOA, man. I mean, best time it is. Game is doing such a good work. He could be a carry.
Sorry, what?
Best time, really. I mean, he can play even as a carry. He's just farming so well. If you look at his GPM, 470 plus, it's pretty good. It's in fact just about the same as Team Helpon's carry, and that would actually be the Bushwhack. So best time, I would believe that if you play in this kind of situation in the mid lane, maybe not the MOA, but some other heroes, even the Pebbles, it's gonna be a lot more useful to Team Impunity Storm. And now Emperor at the suicide lane, at least, you know, by himself, he doesn't need to have too much of an items. He just needs the farm, maybe a little bit more on levels. That's gonna help him a lot. And early game, that's gonna be a lot of extra aggression already from Team Legion. That's it. Compel gonna be used there. Courage take already up. Rally is actually going to be a lot of trouble, but down goes the token already on the MOA. MOA actually is gonna be all right. And that being said, Rally just running away from Dampier. Dampier is just too power hungry. Looking at this game, Rally actually gonna take the fall, and now Torture also gonna take the fall. Double tap gonna be caller here for both Bastom as well as Nox. Both of them doing a lot of the good work so far, and Helpon team is actually in a lot of trouble. And that being said, man, mid lane completely wrecked out. Helpon team not really sure what else they can really do. Compel being used on Infor by himself, a little bit of trouble there, but here comes the Lowstone gang already on Rally. Rally takes the fall first, and that being said, Babael's also gonna have to go down today. And Bushwhack, the only thing that is alive right now on the Helpon side, is just looking around away by himself, but can he make it to the fountain? He crawls his way there, but he's gonna die like a true samurai.
Holy shit.
Larcms was a 5 second stun.
Wow, okay. So they get mid racks, they get bottom racks, they wipe out the team, they kill buybacks. Yeah, there goes the concede
and they win
vote.
the game. There goes the concede vote, and there goes Team Helpon actually gonna lose this one. Impunity Storm will win this one nicely, and that is just what we love to see. So Impunity Storm, man, 1 game done, 3 more to go. 1 today, 2 tomorrow, and once they win all 3 games, guys, they are gonna go to the HoN Tour final qualifier, where they will face off with most of these top tier teams here. That being said, game 1 just done. We're gonna be back with game 2 really soon, and as soon as in just 5 minutes. So do hang tight, sit around, grab some popcorn, whatever it is that you have at home, maybe a little bit of chips, good drinks as well. This is Babael, Jeremy, this is Lark. See you guys in just a few moments. Goodbye.